you go? Do you go? Okay, that's it.
Ready?
Hi-ho, hi-ho,
it's off to work we go.
Very good.
From all of those who are from out with these shores. And it's a very warm welcome to the Saints and Sinners walking tour. My name, for those of you who don't know yet, is Neil, born and bred in Edinburgh many years ago. Not quite as old as the old Castle Rock, but certainly on a bad day it can feel like that. I want to welcome you to this fabulous city, one of the finest in Europe without question. And my delightful task this evening is going to be showing you some of the so-called old town of Edinburgh and comparing and contrasting with the wonderfully named new town of Edinburgh. Before we kick off, a few things. Firstly, being Edinburgh, it can rain. The forecast for tonight is rain. They often get it wrong, and I genuinely hope they got it wrong for tonight, because otherwise they'll probably all get completely and utterly drenched, but it's all part of the Edinburgh experience. Second thing is Edinburgh has traffic, and the traffic goes a different way than it does now. Always do your homework first. Now, I promised you witches. I'm looking for my witch. I had someone in mind. You care to step forward? I can recall you being a witch before. So, this just didn't repeat itself. Okay. Right, Felicity. You are going to be my witch of the day. Scotland and religion are inextricably linked. You cannot have one without the other. And I would argue sometimes, there's a crazy man over there. I would argue, a crazy man, he gets back to hospital at 10 o'clock tonight. With religion, I would argue.
Yeah, the first one is the
Can I go climb down there with her?
Hold on, wait.
No, sweetie, because the bus is going soon.
I'm going to go down with you.
Isla, watch out. Do it again.
Hair back over your shoulders. Your face.
Hold on a second. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
There's two here, but there's also two back there to bring things a bit closer to those of you with alcohol deficiencies and hangovers. Feeling that, there's the bar, that'll sort everything out. We'll start with these two, okay? These two are giving you a view of what Loch Ness would look like without any water in it. Okay? If you wanted to see what was below us right now, the water's in the way. That gets rid of the water and everything in it. So for those of you that still think that fish can swim without water, sorry, I've got backup. They can't have it. There is, however, one bit of live action up here, and believe it or not, it's not me, it's all of us. That little dot there is our boat on the Loch in scale. So that's the vehicle you're on right now on Loch Ness. The vertical line below us is sonar, the blue line horizontally, that indicates where the water surface would be, should it be shown. The view right now is looking straight up Loch Ness and both sides in dark blue. The light blue middle bit is the deep middle sector, and top left of that you've got a dark blue dotted line. That is the path of the fault line. The fault moved and formed the whole of the Great Glen about 430 million years ago. The area then was glaciated 3 times to basically what you're looking at today. Top right, depth swim. Below that you've got a profile view. Now profile's a wee bit like cutting a cake and then opening it up so you can see the different layers inside it. And that
To the right hand side now is an area known as the Horseshoe Stream. Local legend says that the monster tried to get out of the loch here, but it was too steep and he slid back in. All his scrabbling broke the rocks and made it look like you see it today. The Scree is a fine example of how the area might have looked many centuries ago. Due to its inaccessibility, it remains untouched by man, and the Caledonian pine, ground oak, birch, juniper and hazel trees all do well here.
Now, as you look at this, the depth reading is in meters, but the boat's position is not there. Alright, we're over here at the top right. So that reading will always be down this line, and it stops at the white line. The white line marks the start of the rocks directly below us. As you move to the left of the screen, you get increasingly further and further behind us to about 6 minutes ago over here. Red areas up here show you the rocks. Pink, yellow and green below that though is clay or clay beds under the rocks. You see, in the original earthquake, the two sides of Loch Ness met with such force that they couldn't just collide, they had to override. So you've now got 10 different levels of rock down there with clay in between. Up on top, pink, yellow, green and blue, that indicates any of the sediments that are built up on the loch bottom. Clear so far? I know they exist. You're right to be convinced they are. I'll go one better as well. You not just say they're here.